On today's episode of Secrets to Scaling Your E-Commerce Brand, I am going to be talking about solo again. I'm going to be talking about customer lifetime value. We're going to talk about how to calculate customer lifetime value. We're going to talk about why you need to know customer lifetime value, why it's so ridiculously important, especially in this post-iOS 14.5 world. You guys are not going to want to miss this episode today. Hey guys, if you are trying to scale your e-commerce store, I highly suggest that you like, subscribe, and turn notifications on to this channel. Hey guys, Jordan West here. Super excited to talk to you about some very interesting things today. Stuff that we haven't talked a ton about on this podcast before, but stuff that I am incredibly passionate about right now, and that is customer lifetime value. We're going to talk about, first of all, some reasons why you should care about customer lifetime value. Number one, since iOS 14, we've all seen cost per acquisition has gone up substantially. And I do really believe that Facebook is going to fix it. If not, another platform is going to be there. I think we've seen Google, really rise to the occasion as far as, search advertising is concerned. People with a little bit more motive. So people are moving a lot of their budget over there. What we really need to talk about today is why knowing your customer lifetime value matters so much. And then some of the other metrics that we can get through there. Now, I want to let you guys know we're going to be talking about an app called Lifetimely. They are not a sponsor of this podcast, though they probably could be. But we're going to be talking about Lifetimely and some of the different things that you can do with Lifetimely. And why we make every single client at Mindful Marketing, new clients that are coming on, use Lifetimely, because we really do believe that it is just an incredible app for your Shopify store. So let's get into it. How do we calculate customer lifetime value? Well, really, it's super basic. You go through all of your orders over all time, and you divide it by the amount of customers that you have, right? So you go through all of the revenue and you divide that, and you get kind of sort of a rough customer lifetime value. But it's not exactly that simple, right? Because there's going to be a lot of customers that come just during a sale. And we need to know, well, do those customers matter to us? Do we want those customers in our store? Do we want to be running sales to cold audiences? Right? These are all these things that we didn't know before, and we didn't know how to get at that data. But with an app like Lifetimely, we can get at that. So when I look at my dashboard, I can see my revenue, I can see my actual product cost, I can see my marketing costs, and then I can also plug in all of the other data that surrounds that, right? So I can plug in all of my other costs. So my lease costs, right? That's a really big one. I can plug in... let's see, what are some other costs? Employee costs. I can plug in my shipping costs. It integrates really well with ShipStation, which is really nice. So there's all of that kind of stuff. I can look at my refunds, my taxes, the discounts that I gave, all of that kind of stuff, the shipping that I charged versus my actual shipping costs, and see if we're anywhere close to that. I can look and see basically all of that within the dashboard. But the beautiful thing comes when I look at lifetime value. So when I look at lifetime value within the Lifetimely app, again, they are not sponsors of the podcast. This is just something I really wanted our listeners to know, to start thinking in a bit of a different way about your company, right? Because you might think, a lot of people, what they do is they do bank balance accounting. And you look and see like, oh, okay, I have $30,000 in the bank today. Awesome. We're doing well. I, have some bills coming up, but I think that everything's going to be good, rather than actually looking forward, right? And that's what I want to do. I want to know, in the next 2 years, are we going to continue to be profitable? That's a really big thing. So I'm going to look on Lifetimely, and I can see how many in calendar years since their first order, what is that customer worth to me? So I can actually see, this is the most incredible thing. I can see that in 2017, when somebody ordered from one of our stores, 49% of those customers returned at some point. So to me, that's wonderful. If 49% of those people are coming back from 2017, amazing. their lifetime value actually ended up being $449 after 4 years, which is really, really incredible. You can also see what their projected lifetime value is going to be. So that's just the average person, right? Back in 2017, we only had 3,900 new customers come in, and we weren't really spending a lot on Facebook ads at that point. And we can't really actually even see that anymore. We can see the difference in customer acquisition cost in 2021 has gone up substantially. And we all know that from iOS 14. So it's really interesting to see. So if my customer lifetime value is $449, I know that we're profitable at about acquiring that customer at about $100. Right? If I can spend $100, that customer is going to be well worth their while. Well, that makes me start thinking about my marketing a little bit differently, right? That makes me start thinking that, oh man, maybe I'm actually okay with iOS 14.5 right now, and I'm going to just break even on customers, or even at a return on ad spend, dare I say it, of like 1.2 or 1.3. I don't want to be there. That's not what I'm trying to do, but it allows me to actually make more informed decisions, which is incredibly important to continue to grow my business, right? Especially seeing new customers coming in. When I look at the difference between 2020 and 2021, we had almost 10,000 new customers come in, and we've only had 3,500 in 2021. Well, hey, I might be needing to spend a little bit more to acquire these customers to get them in the door, because I know how much they're worth in the end. So there's one thing with customer lifetime value that's incredibly important. Again, I'm just using the Lifetimely app here, looking at historical data in my Shopify store. There's a couple of other really cool things. So, when you run a promo, lots of times you have no idea whether you're profitable or not. I've asked this question to a lot of owners, like, are you profitable when you run this? Well, we're just getting rid of inventory. Yes, but are you actually profitable on that first order? Or does it take you till your second order till you're profitable? Do you know how much money to spend? It's really, really important stuff to know. So I can actually go into products, and I can see so for instance, we're talking about Kindred here. So there is a certain kind of promo that we run. It's called Kindred Surprise. So it's a legging bundle. Oftentimes people have said, well, I guess you're not really, in the end, you're not really making money on those. Right? But does it actually matter? Do these people actually, do they actually shop again? Because that's incredibly important, right? So I'm going to go to the repurchase rate, to the product journey. So it's really interesting. We've got this great product journey tool on Lifetimely where you can go in and you can actually see, do these people purchase again? Right? So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to look at Kindred Surprise, and I can see that 48% of people that buy Kindred Surprise for the first time will purchase again within 6 months. That is unreal. I'm going to continue to run that promo, and I can actually see from the data that they're actually purchasing other products other than Kindred Surprise. One's at full price, and even Kindred Surprise with a lower margin, we're still profitable on those days because of the scale that we're at. So it's just what I really want to get out to you guys today in this solo episode is start thinking about your business differently. Maybe you can spend more than you think on marketing, because in the end, it's going to create a bigger business that will be profitable or more profitable in the end. Also, if you don't have numbers, right? If you can't measure it, you can't change it. And so having a daily profit and loss like Lifetimely gives you, again, not a sponsor, wish they were, but looking through that daily profit and loss statement is really incredible, because you realize throughout it that, oh hey, maybe I do need to make a couple little changes here and there. Maybe I am spending a little bit too much on my marketing here, or maybe I'm not spending enough. Am I comfortable, during the summertime losing $1,000 a day? Is that something that I'm comfortable with, or do I want to cut back on the marketing because people aren't really on their phones during the summer? There's a lot of interesting data that you can start to get once you actually start measuring things. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this solo episode. Let me know This is something that I am just incredibly passionate about. I think that it's incredibly important to know those numbers. Yeah, and please feel free to reach out to us at Mindful Marketing. So just go to mindfulmarketing.co and put in a contact form if you guys want to know more about how we use Lifetimely and why it's so important for your brand. Also, if you could share this episode with a friend, our listenership has gone up substantially over the years, guys. And it's really cool. If you guys are listening to this, I just want to thank you so much. But if you could share this with a friend, that would just help us get the word out even more about this podcast. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that we just really, really appreciate you. So that's all for today. And feel free to send your questions through at Mindful Marketing. Wait! Before you go, in the description, we've got some incredible e-commerce only resources for you to help scale your store from wherever you are into the mid 7-figure, 8-figure, maybe even mid 8-figure range this year. So look in the description below for some incredible free resources that we've given to you guys, and we really want to see you guys succeed.